The Ring versus The Grudge? I mean, is this the greatest cinematic crossover in movie history? Yo, Alien versus Predator? Take a seat. King Kong versus Godzilla? Step aside. Make way for Sadako versus Kayako. Arigato. So racist, so racist. Oh, please don't cancel me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am so freaking excited to do this video. I don't think you guys understand, bro. I am so freaking excited. I mean, where do I start? Let's start here. You guys know I love horror. I mean, I just rebranded the whole channel to Horror Enzo. But the thing with horror movies is they're not really good nowadays. And don't worry, I'm gonna make a video of 2023's worst horror movies. That's coming up, so stay tuned for that. So what I tend to do is I just end up watching older movies because I just know they're gonna be good. So I ended up watching The Ring again because it's one of my favorite horror movies, and this scene with the girl coming out of the TV actually traumatized me as a kid. So I rewatched it, and you know, me being me, I can't just watch one movie. I gotta go down a rabbit hole. I gotta read the books, do the marathon. I was on the Wikipedia page looking at all the movies in the franchise. Now mind you, I didn't know this movie existed, okay? Because like the words Sadako and Kayako mean absolutely nothing to me. I know The Ring and I know The Grudge. So even Kayako threw me off because I'm like, isn't The Grudge like Ju-on in whatever in Japanese? So why is it I was like confused. So I didn't even know this movie existed until I saw this video on YouTube by Rotted Reviews, who did a ranking of the entire Ringu franchise. So shout out to Rotted Reviews, go check his channel out. When I was watching his review, I saw this and I was like, wait a minute, huh? But this movie exists? Huh? How is this even possible? How? Yo, I thought America was the only one that... Yo, you think Predator versus Alien was a big crossover? You think Freddy versus Jason? You think King Kong versus Godzilla? Batman versus Superman? Yo, Japan was like, hold my beer. Here's Sadako versus Kayako. Arigato. Or should I say, hold my sushi. Dude, this has to be the greatest cinematic crossover of all time. I mean, come on, guys. This is it. These two long hair, black hair... traumatized me growing up, bro. I have watched monsters, demons from movies. I mean, literal scary things. And you know what scares me more than all that? These two long black hair man. Holy fuck. I don't know what it is, but they're creepy, bro. I can't stand watching it. And I never even thought about this question, but which girl is scarier? Which one is stronger, bro? Let's find out. So this movie starts with like a social worker and she's going to check up on some lady, but she's not responding to the door, so she walks in and then she ends up seeing her dead on the floor. At first you don't even notice it because there's no like loud jump scare music like in all the movies we see nowadays. It's silent, but it takes a second or two and then you see in the background, oh my god, she's there. So already I'm hooked. I'm freaking hooked, dude. This was a great intro to the movie, and I'm like, because I was expecting this movie, in all honesty, to be garbage. And so the first, let me tell you what, first act or two, bro, this movie's good. Now I will mention it did come out in 2016 versus like the original Ringu, which came out in 1998. So, you know, technology has advanced, the quality has gotten better, and you can see that in this movie. The scares are like top notch. Anyways, we move on to this university classroom where this professor is talking about all these curses in Japan and like these urban legends, and he is actually obsessed with like the ring tape and finding the ring tape. And then we meet our two main characters. And when they're on lunch break, since one of the friends is really good with like electronics, she asks her friend if she could burn this VHS tape onto a CD, which is like a wedding video of her family, and she's like trying to give it as like a DVD copy for like a anniversary gift. Then we cut to this other storyline that's happening at the exact same time, where this new family moves into this new house and this woman kind of feels something strange about the other house, and we get this short little jump scare of the little boy from The Grudge. Then we go back to the other two main characters who go to this pawn shop to kind of find this VHS player, and they find this really old degraded one, and they take it because it's really cheap, but they also found like hair on their hands, just teasing us a bit. But when they get back home, they see that there's already a tape inside the cassette player, so they end up watching it. Now Yuri gets distracted by her cell phone, so she doesn't end up watching the tape, but the other girl sees the whole thing. Now we don't even see the tape. I'm like, bro, they're teasing us so hard. I just want to see the tape, because it's different from the original video where it's like a well and the girl's coming out of the well. This one's completely different, so I was like really curious what they were gonna do with it, but they don't show us. I'm like, but then we see the expression on her face and it's like truly petrified, and then we turn the camera and guess what? Sadako. Bro, so far these scares are working for me, man. I don't know if it's just the music and the quality that's good, but bro, I'm in. Then we go back to the pawn shop where one of the girls that have watched the tape leaps to her death. Then the girls return to the pawn shop and learn about the deaths related to the tape. Desperate, they go to the professor, who's obsessed with the urban legends, to try to get some help. Obviously, since the professor is obsessed with the idea of meeting Sadako, he watches eagerly and actually realizes it's the original tape. It is not a joke. Bro, this motherfucker saw the tape and this movie still doesn't show it to us. I'm like, show me the tape. Show me the money.
I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money.
So he takes them to like this exorcist that he knows to try to break the curse, and this is when the movie gets hilarious. So they're performing this exorcism on this poor girl, but they're like straight up waterboarding her and just like forcing water down her throat, and then she's like, please stop. And literally, no joke, she just gets slapped in the face, and I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. I wasn't laughing yet. I was like shocked. And then Yuri comes in the background like, no, stop it. I kid you not. This is what happened. She doesn't say anything, no emotion, just slaps her. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Anyway, shit gets real when Sadako pops out and then like forces and possesses everyone in the room and like makes everyone kill themselves. And then like she burns the exorcist, and before like the exorcist dies, she's like, contact this guy, he has all the powers, he can help you, only he can help you. And then she just dies. Or the other guy's like, she's choking herself out. The other guy comes and tries to stop her, and then this girl, dude, this, I'm telling you, this is all-time comedy like scenes, bro. She bashes her head into the guy, and he turns into like a SpongeBob kid. I don't even know what the fuck this is. And bro, I swear, when I was watching this movie, they show that face so quick, but I caught it. I was like, dude, they better go back and show his face or I'm rewinding this. And they did not, so bro, look at this. Bro, what is this? And then after all the craziness, this bitch has the audacity to ask her friend, like, are you okay? And she's like, I just murdered 5 people. No, I'm not okay. And so then they try to do the whole thing, you know, in the ring, which is like the way you get rid of the curse is you make someone else watch the videotape, so then the curse passes on to them, kind of like It Follows type shit. But bro, she watches this is the biggest troll move I've seen a movie done in a long time, because like everyone knows you make someone else watch the tape, pass the curse along. She does that so like she can get the curse away from her friend and onto her. The sidekick dude, it gets better comedically from here on out, bro. The sidekick guy comes. First of all, they don't ever build this dude up. They just mention him right at that moment when they need him. And he shows up with this sidekick blind girl, like some Japanese girl version of Daredevil, and they fuck shit up. I mean, this guy's swagger walking into the room and the confidence, I mean, just total jackass. We all know those kids.
And she's like, but I was trying to pass the curse on to me to get rid of my friend. She's like,
he literally doesn't say this word for word, but this the tone that I received it in. You dumb motherfucker. You really believe that? So apparently in this universe, that doesn't work. So they're both and this guy, bro, this psychic dude has powers, but he uses his hands, and there's like these whoosh effects, like it is the corniest, cheesiest, funniest thing I've seen. Bro, could you imagine me? I need those powers, bro. Could you imagine? Nice. Now when we go back to the other storyline, the girl's like walking to school and she sees this kid outside the house of the grudge, and then like these other 3 hooligan kids come up to bully him, and she knows that like there's something weird going on, but she kind of like just lets it go and walks away. They send this kid into the grudge house, and he goes in, he gets scared, but then he comes back and throws a rock straight at the bully's face. I'm like, bro, yeah, man, that's me right there, dude. Dude, are you the dumbest bullies of all time? You just gave him a backpack full of rocks? I'm you guys up. But pretty much he gets them to like come into the house as well, and then Sadako, like the grudge girl and the grudge boy, which I totally forgot about, shit up, bro. Hops onto the kid, decapitate her. I don't even know what the he does. But the cool kid also gets grabbed, so it's like, everybody loses here. And then it cuts to the girls in school, and they're talking about like, did you hear what happened? The 4 kids just disappeared. And then she's like, oh my God, realizing that those were like the 4 kids probably that she saw earlier. And you know what I think this movie has going for itself? They have a really engaging plot. I know. You guys are, Enzo, are you actually defending this movie? Hey, chill. There's a lot of things that go into making a good movie. Not just plot, okay? There's acting, there's the theme, there's a lot of things, okay? So I'm not defending it overall, but the plot is good. I will maintain that for you. I mean, Phil Mento describes it perfectly in his book, Anatomy of Film Perfection. If you guys are interested in writing and making movies, definitely check that book out. It is a fantastic resource. But he clearly states in order to have a good plot, you need 3 things. You need the goal, the stakes, and the urgency. And guys, there's nothing more clear about this movie than that. The goal is, we gotta break the curse. What's at stake? Your life. What's the urgency? 2 days. I mean, it's urgent as we went from 7 days to 2. I mean, what the This isn't gonna cut us some slack? God damn. I mean, we all know from The Ring, the classic 7 days, and you have a week to live before you die. I mean, that's intense, but this movie Jesus, man, they really put the timer on you. You better get going. So I do think the plot is really engaging because it's very clear. We know what the goal is, we know the stakes, and it's very urgent. I'll give you another example. Five Nights at Freddy's is one of the horror movies I saw this year in the theaters, and it suffered from not having a strong plot. It had no idea where it was going, yet no clarity, so there's where you can tell the difference. Like, this was very well done, in my opinion. That night, Suzuka thinks she sees the schoolboy that disappeared in the house of the grudge. So she sneaks out of her house and sneaks into that house, hoping to find him. She sees Toshio, and then she screams, which prompts her parents to rush in, only to be killed by Toshio, and then Kayako comes out of nowhere. And Suzuka is able to escape because she gets pulled out by the psychic dude, but unfortunately, her mom gets killed. Now, although she got saved, she is still cursed. And so this is when the two stories collide. Okay, so here's the game plan. Since the both of them are cursed, what they're gonna do, and they can't beat Sadako or Kayako on their own. So they're like, you know what? Let's get them to fight each other. And this actually makes sense because in the movie, anyone who interferes with Sadako's plan, like for example, instead of her killing you, you wanted to kill yourself before she kills you. She doesn't allow that. As we see in the movie, she'll come before you kill yourself. So anyone who tries to interfere, she'll you up. And since Yuri is cursed with Sadako, if they send Yuri into the house and Kayako attacks Yuri, in theory, Sadako will come and stop that from happening. And that's when they fight. So I'm like, okay, this is awesome. And you would think they'll just send her in the house, right? Because she's already cursed by the tape. But no, they gotta go in with the TV and roll it in and everything. And I'm not mad at it because I still want to see the tape. And this is when we finally see it, bro. They finally put the TV on and they start watching the tape, and they don't tease us anymore. They actually show us the tape, and I freaking love it, dude. I love it because there's so many Ring movies out there and they all do the same thing, bro. It's all the well and everything, and trust me, that video is an all-time horror classic. However, I'm done seeing the well, bro. Try something new. At least attempt something creative. I don't want to see the goddamn well again. And this movie does that. They change it. Instead of a well, they're in this like abandoned warehouse type place. Kind of reminds me of Haunted Asylum, another Asian horror movie, which is fantastic as well. But you see this door in the middle and you hear these sounds like you're like, what the fuck? It's like some monsters like coming, but you don't see anything. And then all of a sudden you see the girl in the white dress and the black hair, and she's coming towards you. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Yes, switch it up, spice things up. I really like that one. I really enjoyed that version of the Ring tape. But Toshio attacks the two girls that are in the house, and then Sadako just him up. I mean, literally the hair comes out of the TV, drags him in, and just eats him. I'm like, oh, they're not wasting any time. We're getting into this right now. And then Sadako comes down the stairs to see what's up. And then we get one of the most important fights in cinematic history. Which girl with the long black hair is scarier? Which one is stronger? Now, if I'm being honest, I'm going with Sadako, bro. I'm going with Sadako, dude, because that movie scared me more. Dude, I was so excited to see this fight, dude. I think I was more excited to see Sadako versus Kayako than Conor McGregor versus Khabib. I said it. Okay, but right here, let's stop real quick because at this point, I'm like, oh, this fight's gonna be epic. Dude, the Grudge girl just annihilates the Ringer. I'm like, hey, no, you can't do Sadako like that. No, you can't do Sadako like that. There's no way. And I'm like, no, there's no way, bro. She's coming back. Watch the comeback. And then sure enough, she comes back, gives her the stink eye. And then this is where it kind of disappoints me because there's no winner. They can't beat each other, so they're just like endlessly fighting at this point. The psychic guy realizes their plan is failing, so they had this last resort plan
Where one of the girls has to sacrifice themselves and go in this well, and then they're gonna seal the well so like the evil spirits will be condemned there forever and they can't get out.
Oh, this is when this movie gets absolutely terrible. First of all, why a well, right? Like, I thought we got away from the well plan. Now you're just adding the well, and it has actually no correlation with anything. It was kind of weird. Second of all, this scene right here, bro, when she's crawling and she's walking toward it, and then they start sprinting towards each other. They just like hit each other in the middle. Bro, this is some go Power Rangers. Now, before I show you this awful CGI blob, whatever it is, imagine just a big ass eyeball covered in hair all over, 50 feet tall. I mean, this is what you get. What the is this? Let me repeat that. What the is that? That is the worst CGI thing I've ever seen ever. And then it goes into the well, they block it, and what do you know? The well's not strong enough to keep it in, so it comes out. And then, I like this part. I will give it props where props is due. Instead of the girl, this is why they added, I get it now. Light bulb. I understand why they added the well. They wanted this scene. Instead of it just being the ring girl coming out of the well, now it's the ring girl coming out of the well, but she's also the grudge. Like, they've combined. So now they're 2 times as strong. And then the movie ends. Bro, I fucking love this movie, dude. I fucking love this movie. I live for shit like this. I don't think you understand, bro. This is my jam. And you know what? Before we end this, there's a post-credit scene. Yes, there's a post-credit scene. And you know what? Marvel can suck a fat one, all right? Because their post-credit scenes have been shit lately. I'm gonna be honest. This post-credit scene, yeah, dude. We get the ring tape again, and it's obviously the ring girl, Sadako, but she's making the grudge noises and moving like the grudge. So, like, obviously, they have combined to make one evil force that's gonna fuck up humanity, and then it ends. That's a post-credit scene. How do you not make sequels to that, bro? I want a sequel to this, man. This shit was awesome, bro. So overall, would I recommend this movie for people to watch? It depends. It really depends, man. If you're a horror fan, especially of The Ring or The Grudge, I would say give it a shot. If you're a fan of crossovers like Batman vs. Superman, Freddy vs. Jason, King Kong vs. Godzilla, Alien vs. Predator, if you're into shit like that, you're gonna love this film, bro. This is right up your alley. I definitely want a sequel, bro. I love this shit. But yeah, I think it was a good movie for like the first 30 to 40 minutes. I thought like both storylines, the plots were good. And then once the exorcism happens and like the psychic guy comes with the daredevil girl, shit kind of goes downhill from there. But it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Definitely people that love cinema, like go see Martin Scorsese films and stuff like that, James Cameron or Quentin Tarantino, yeah, this is probably not for you. But yeah, man, I love this movie. I'm probably gonna rewatch it over and over again. And you know what? In the video of Rotted Reviews, he showed another Sadako movie. I think it was Sadako 3D or something. And look at this scene. Bro, whatever the movie this is in, I'm watching that next, bro. I need to see that, bro. Could you imagine just the infestations of ring girls?
Oh my god.
But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, comment down below. Have you guys seen this movie? I want to know your thoughts. Give it a thumbs up if you like this movie. And subscribe because I will be doing my review for the original Ringu and the American version, The Ring. I love those movies. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the 2023 worst horror films of the year. That's also coming around. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.